guys, to Level Up Direct, we're going to call it from now on. And the reason we're going to be calling it Level Up Direct as opposed to Level Up Show that we do on Sundays is Level Up Direct is all about talking with you guys. I've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 Thursday now. I've been calling them 0.5 episodes, but we're changing that to Level Up Direct because we want you guys to know that this is all directly because of you. We want to talk with you guys the whole entire night as opposed to what we do on our Sunday night shows where we're a little bit more of a news talk show where we relay information, the big news stories. We have a topic of the week. This is all about taking calls on Skype, talking with you guys about what you've been playing, anything you guys want that's gaming related. That's why I have Skype on the TV for you guys to call in. The ID is the Level Up Show. After I do my introductions and whatnot, you guys are welcome to call in, and we can talk about all the big news stories, whether it be the NPD results or PSN firmware 2.0. There's a few big news stories this week that we can discuss. So guys, this is the Level Up Show, Level Up Direct. If you like it, please go on twitch.tv/the Level Up Show and heart us. That way you get email notifications whenever the shows go live, whether it be our Thursday or Sunday shows. I am Andrew, one of the hosts of the Level Up Show. We also have Mike here. He's in the chat room with you guys. His name is Classy Douchebag, and you guys can talk with him too, maybe relay some questions to him that he can try and answer as well. He's obviously also very knowledgeable in the gaming industry. Other than that, our channels are also on the virtual boards there. We've got Twitter at the Level Up Show, Level spelled LVL. Please follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. YouTube, we're very active on. We're trying to get as many subscribers on there as possible right now so we can build that community and get all of our archives watched. We have the last 20 or so episodes up on there, or more than that actually. And we even divide up our episodes into mini segments called replays. And then, of course, Mike and I are on PSN. I am Drew M1788, and Mike is Noob Guru, so feel free to add us, and I will accept all friend requests after the show. One more thing is, if you do add us on any of these channels and I get notified of it, I will shout you out, of course, during the show to show appreciation for your fellowship. So let's see what's going on. GFN says, I bought Peggle 2. Does anyone know what it is? I know it's a puzzle game. I know it's kind of like almost like a bubble shooter where you're trying to hit all the bubbles and it kind of clinks down and stuff like that. Kind of like a whole bunch of other puzzle games like that. Only, I mean, Peggle is special in ways, and it has a big following. There's a lot of people that love Peggle. It was on Xbox One exclusively for several months, and now finally it came to PS4. I've got the trailer in my lineup today, actually. Thank you, Armani. Glad you liked the intro. I guess this is your first time seeing it. GFN, yeah, Level Up Direct is an awesome title for these episodes. Thank you, Rick. That was Mike's idea. Side question, what kind of dog is that? This is a Cavapoo. It's a Cavalier and Poodle mix. So he's like 1.5 years old. His name's Bogey. Thank you, Ask Your Girl About Me. Glad you like the setup. Harry Butt says that Peggle 2 is fun. Yeah, I hear great things about Peggle, and I've never actually played more than a few minutes of Peggle, so maybe it'll be like a PlayStation Plus game at some point. I'll pick it up. GFN, still scared from last week's episode. Not as much, but that night we were scared, and I keep feeling like I'm hearing things or seeing things, and I'm just kind of pushing it out of my mind. I make sure the door is locked every night and all that kind of stuff, but yeah. Thrills, what do you guys think of The Evil Within? I haven't played it, but, I mean, Shinji Mikami is obviously like a mastermind of survival horror. He's an iconic developer in that genre, and for that reason, I think a lot of people should be excited. I mean, he's getting mostly good reviews, a little bit mixed as well, but, I mean, for the most part, I think it's around an 8, which is a great average, and we're kind of considering maybe making this weekend's topic of the week about review scores and how they seem to actually be changing a little bit and utilizing more of the scale as opposed to the 7 to 10 that we usually see. We're finally getting like 4 to 5 to 10 as our scale now, and it seems to be growing as time goes on, which is a good thing. But the problem is that as opposed to like 2 years ago, it seems like the games are becoming worse because they're utilizing the scale the way they should. And I think we need to talk about that and raise awareness of this possibility that critics are finally doing it the right way and utilizing the scale. We can't look at 7s anymore as terrible games. 7 is good on most internet sites and magazines and publications. That's their scale, 7 as good. So We got to kind of remember that when we look at these review scores for Evil Within and Alien Isolation and whatever else comes out, Drive Club. Minecraft, welcome to the room, man. Thank you for joining. What do you think I can't really understand what that says. Your will sell tomorrow? I'm not sure. Sorry, Lovi, I'm not sure what you're asking there. I'm going to start playing a few trailers as we go on with the show. I'll turn down the volume real low. I'll turn it up if I think it's something worth playing. See what the first trailer is here. I think it's Guilty Gear. Yeah, this is Guilty Gear's trailer here. I try and find all the newest trailers from the week for Level Up Direct and just play them throughout the show for you guys to watch. Also, kind of as a reminder of things to talk about, maybe for you guys and for myself. Thrills. I've been reviewing The Evil Within a lot, and the reviews become very mixed when it comes to the PC version because of the 30 frames per second cap. Yeah, that is a little bit odd, isn't it, that they decided to do that? They're attributing it to cinematic quality, that they want that. I think that's BS, probably. It's very bizarre that they could only reach 30 across all platforms, especially considering the letterbox format that they're using. I think it's actually only like 1920 by 7 something or something like that, and Xbox One even less. It's 1600 by 6 something. They have big black bars at the top and bottom. Let's take a pause here. We got Frostfire calling in. Hey, Frostfire, welcome back to the show.
Hey, what's going on? I just had a curious question about, just in general, what's your favorite exploit out of any game? I know it's a little off topic, but just curious.
Exploit? What do you mean by exploit? I might need
you to... exploit, I mean any glitch, like the funniest glitch you've seen in a game.
My favorite would be Halo 2. I loved the super jumps in Halo, and I actually liked them better when the super jumps were around as opposed to when they were gone. Even though it kind of broke the game in a way, I had so much fun trying to get to those points and get the super jump accomplished before someone could kill me, all those kind of things. I thought that was so much fun, and I'm actually really happy that in Halo 2 Anniversary, even though I don't have an Xbox One, I'm not even going to lie, I'm really happy that they're keeping Halo 2 exactly the same as it was when it released back in, 2003 or something like that. So their super jumps are still going to be around, I'm hearing, and I'm happy to hear that. How about you, man?
I don't know. My favorite exploit? Oh, that's a hard one because, I like a lot of them from MMOs, and there's just so many.
You've been playing WoW, of course, a lot lately.
Yeah.
Is there any specific one in WoW that sticks out for you?
I would have to say Under Stormwind because that it got patched in Cataclysm,
okay.
But pretty much what you would do is you would jump on, there's this little torch, you can jump onto the side of it, you jump on top of it, and then there's this little ledge that you can just walk down and fall through Under Stormwind.
Okay.
And yeah, that would be my favorite because it took them, how many years? Okay. That bug's been around since the start of the game until the end of Wrath, so I think 6 years.
So they actually did fix it eventually?
Yeah, they fixed it in Cataclysm, but there are still ways you can get under the buildings.
See, it's kind of funny. Sometimes I wonder if they keep the exploit around because people become so used to it that it no longer is like an exploit. It just becomes common nature within
the game.
A part of the universe, yeah.
And people just, hang out down there. There was also, this, there's this, you know what a WoW instance portal looks like, right?
Yes, I do actually, yeah.
Yeah, there's one in Stormwind, but it's gated off.
Okay.
Through Under Stormwind, you can jump and get behind that.
Okay.
And that's actually pretty cool to do too.
That usually seems to be the case when it comes to these glitches. Is breaking through the invisible walls is typically what glitches are. I know Uncharted 2 I think had a few during the multiplayer that people would abuse to hell. Those are a little bit frustrating sometimes. The good thing about Halo 2, the super jumps, is even though you were above the map, typically you could still actually shoot the person, which was good. The person wasn't invincible. Even though the person was up there, you could still shoot them. So that's what I liked about the Halo 2 super jumps. It wasn't you were invincible.
I actually just thought of another one for all my games. I would probably say Wrong Warp and Ocarina of Time.
Oh, say that one more time. What was it?
wrong warp in Ocarina of Time.
Ooh, this sounds familiar.
It's the one where you teleport from the Deku Tree to Ganon's castle.
Yeah, okay, I knew what you're talking about. Yeah, that's how people are doing like crazy speed runs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
like the 1810.
Yeah.
Or, I think that's what Cosmo has now, or something really, really short.
Yeah.
Because my time's only like 24 minutes.
Okay, wow.
But it's well, like, compare that to the world record that's like 6 minutes off.
Yeah, still, that's impressive. Very impressive. Ocarina of Time is awesome because it has a few secrets, like the big Goron sword and some other crazy ones that are really fun about that game, the side quests that they hid.
Oh, that game is so bugged.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
So much
But
stuff
in a
you can
good
do
way.
with it.
I like it. I like bugs in like those old games. It's kind of fun to go back and find them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Frostfire, I'm going to move on. Probably going to get a few other calls, but as always, thanks for calling in.
You're welcome.
All right, see you later. Frostfire gradually becoming a routine caller, and I'm happy about that. He's always got good things to talk about, so thank you again for calling in. I'm going to have to get your real name at some point, so I don't keep calling you Frostfire. This is the Guilty Gear trailer that's playing right here. GFN says those Uncharted 2 glitches. Ugh, I hated those, yeah. Those were a little bit frustrating. GFN says it took time to adjust to it, but The Last of Us looks great at 60 frames per second. I agree. I was also a little bit iffy when I first started it. I kind of liked the 30 frames per second cinematic feel of The Last of Us, and it came off too smooth at the beginning, but after getting used to it, it's like, wow, like the combat feels so much smoother, the gunplay feels so much smoother that you actually start to appreciate it a lot. And it sounds like Uncharted 4 is going to have the option for 60 frames per second, but I hope there's still that option for 30 frames per second lock as well. Last of Us had it, so it seems like something that more developers are going to start using, and it might even up the graphical quality like it did in The Last of Us. If you down locked it to 30 frames per second, the lighting, the shadowing, all that kind of stuff became more crisp and clear. So some people wanted to play it that way. You know, it's all kind of down to your visual preference. Some people don't even really see that far above 30 frames per second. So for those people, it's kind of a moot point. Yeah, GFN, also saying the Frostfire. Good call. Let's see. What do we got here? That's actually a great question. It says GFN, yep. The Destiny Loot Cave. Yeah, Destiny Loot Cave was fun for the time it lasted, and then they had Destiny Loot Cave 2.0. Is that still around, by the way, 2.0? Wonder if they shut that one down as well. Oh, okay. Toon says the original Loot Cave on Destiny is back up and running. That's cool. I know people really appreciated that. This here, I'm going to turn it up for a little bit. This is a dev diary for Heaven or Hellblade.
Such a small budget, our game world building team consists of just one person. With such limited resources, but a steadfast commitment to quality, our approach to creating the world has to be radically different.
Viking lore is vast and richly detailed, and everyone's heard of Thor and Valhalla, but we were attracted to a different part of the Viking underworld, a place called the Land of Mist and Fog, in which sits the Hall of the Dead, Helheim.
I'm excited about this game. I'm a big Ninja Theory fan. Obviously, they did Heavenly Sword, they did Enslaved, they did DMC, Devil May Cry. This seems to be almost like a spiritual successor to Heavenly Sword in a way. That's why it's got this contrast of Heavenly Sword to Hellblade. So I'm kind of wondering if there's any real link between the two. I'm sure we'll find out as time moves on. But they're a very good team, and I think they're a little bit underrated, actually. Thrill says, Andrew, have you played on PC? And if you have, what games? I'm not a PC gamer, I'm not going to lie. You know, in the past, I did play a good bit of games. I used to like playing the LucasArts games and Seventh Guest and Myst and Sims and SimCity and Roller Coaster Tycoon. I did play Gone Home on the PC last year because I heard so many good things about it. I decided to take my new laptop and play it off Steam, and I loved it. It really was one of my favorite games last year, so I'm happy that I played it. But I'm more of a console guy. I don't know if it's the convenience. You don't have to mess around with settings and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy. I'm sorry if I come off that way, but more of a console gamer. Harry Butt, did I see mocap in the video? Yes. Ninja Theory is very well known for their mocap, facial mocap, body mocap. when they were working on Heavenly Sword and Enslaved, and they had Andy Serkis on the team, and they were working with, I think, Weta Digital to do the highest quality motion capture at the time, actually. I mean, if you look back at Heavenly Sword as a pretty much a launch game on PS3, it has aged very well as far as the actual graphical quality. The frame rate and stuff, not so great. The frame rate, even at that time, was below 30 frames per second. But the visuals themselves, the artistic direction, is top-notch. A level 6 Pikachu, awesome name, says anything about GTA 5 for next gen. There's a lot about GTA 5 for next gen. First of all, we've got bundles coming to PS3, a white PS4 bundle and a black PS4 bundle, not PS3. So those are both coming, I think, on November 18th with the game. And the PS4 version, there's actually a few rumors of it coming out 2 weeks earlier than the Xbox One version because of the preload date. It matches up with November 4th, actually, if you preload the game right now, or, try and pre-order it and have that little counter that goes towards the game. So that's news about GTA 5. There's also some stuff that they're adding into the game, extra foliage, I think new weather effects, extra car radio stations, extra cars, period, I think they're adding into the game, wildlife. They're giving cars, like rare cars, to people that are upgrading from the PS3 version to the PS4 version or 360 Xbox One. And a whole bunch of other things, too. There's going to be a good bit of extra stuff in there for people that did not get to play the game on last-gen consoles. Does anybody know how to start this app? Not sure what you mean, man. If you're talking about Playroom, it's preloaded on your system. It should have been there at launch. Everybody gets it, and that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. Just load it up, have your camera, and you're good to go. We're at 50 people in the room now. Thank you so much. This is Level Up Direct, an offshoot of the Level Up show that's going to be airing every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Call it Level Up Direct because it's all about talking directly with you guys, answering questions, taking Skype calls. As you can see on the banner there, it's open right now. The ID is the Level Up show, so please call in. We play trailers on the TV to kind of get the latest things going so we can talk about those. But everything is on the virtual signs there. If you like the show and want to follow us, please go on twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. If you heart us, we will get you will get email notifications whenever the show goes live. I will check really quick. Let's see if we have any. Okay, yeah, we already had one follow tonight from OG Chocolate. That was a Twitch heart from you, so thank you for that. Really appreciate that. So anybody who does heart us on Twitch, I will try to acknowledge it as soon as possible. Mr. Parasitic Gaming, the AR Studio. Yeah, AR Studio is within the application, but you have to download it from the PlayStation Store. If you search for the Playroom on the PlayStation Store, or even go to the live area for the Playroom, you should see the DLC add-ons, and AR Studio is one of them. Thrills. What is Warrior in White's here? Okay. GTA says there's 100+ new songs and a full first-person mode, so that's also added in there. The new Prince 10, though. Bogey is a boy. Thrills to Warrior said it does. A very beautiful and well-created game. Dialogue-based games like Mass Effect are really cool. Rise, Thursday nights are solo episodes for me, but Mike is in the chat room to talk with you guys throughout the night. He is classy douchebag. Our Thursday night shows, as I was just saying, are more about talking with you guys and taking calls. Skype is live. Please call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, right there on the banner. GFN says he can't wait for Dragon Age. I love BioWare's work. Yeah, I've never played Dragon Age and I've never played Mass Effect, so can't really talk about BioWare too much, but I do think that I will try out Mass Effect 4 whenever that releases, or be late next year or 2016. Jay's Voltage, that was Hellblade, the dev diary for the game. It's up on YouTube. You can check it out. This here is, I think, Killer Instinct Season 2. Yes. Game Guru says, want to see some of her work. I don't know the direction to go. GFN, hashtag Andrew still has to play Mass Effect. I know, man, I do. I know I do. Hey, Derek, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. 9 Fox. When is Drive Club PS Plus coming? That's a very good question because I don't know. When the servers are working, that's probably the answer. Right now, they're getting better, and a lot of people that have the retail version of the game are starting to be able to get matches going with their friends on the friends list, but a lot of people are still being timed out and kicked out and all that kind of stuff. So until that is fully like smooth and clean, thank you for the Twitch heart, they're not going to release the PS Plus version, because the moment they release that, they're going to have millions more people downloading the game and jumping onto the servers, and it's gonna ruin it all over again. I think with Destiny right now just doing absolutely bonkers numbers, that also is affecting the PlayStation Network servers. I mean, we just found out that 3.2 million people are playing a day, and not only that, PlayStation Plus subscriptions doubled with the launch of Destiny. So really unbelievable numbers there. This is create mode for Little Big Planet, but let me acknowledge that Twitch heart real quick. We're trying to get towards 1,000, guys. We're at like 940, around there, 940 Twitch hearts. We're hoping by this Sunday's episode to get to 1,000, so we could use you guys' help. Twitch heart if you haven't already. As I said, it's twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow. We just got a Twitch heart from X Reaper X, so thank you for your Twitch heart. Really appreciate that. Anybody else who does heart us will get shout out. So this is create mode right here for Little Big Planet 3. They added in a whole bunch of stuff in this game, and this is from Polygon, I'm pretty sure, to show off the new modes. This is, I think, Swoop is the new character's name. What's really cool about Little Big Planet 3 is you can create levels that allow you to switch between characters. Or you can design a level that's entirely meant for one character where you can't switch. There's plenty of options there. Need a drink. GFN Rick said Drive Club servers are slowly improving. That's great news. I hope it's soon. I have a feeling that they're really going to try and get the PlayStation Plus version out in October, since that's kind of the promise as an October PlayStation Plus game. There supposedly might be some, I don't know what to call it, like payback, I guess you could say, to people that have been affected by the delay. They're going to be giving maybe some things away. Maybe they're going to be extending the PlayStation Plus life of Drive Club. I'm not sure. But thank you to everyone who came in the room. We're now up at 70 people in the room. Warrior in White says, I am excited for LBP 3. It is a huge game amongst my family and friends, which sounds super cheesy, but it is. No, I love Little Big Planet. I played 1 and 2. I played Vita. I think it's a very charming series, and I always have fun making like one level in each new game from the Little Big Planet series. I usually spend like 24 hours making the level, and then I kind of burn out and say, okay, that's my level. I'm done. I've gotten my use out of create mode. I usually finish the story mode to completion as well and get all the enjoyment out of that. But I mean, this one looks amazing. I love the new characters. I think that they kind of added this guy right here. I think his name is Oddsock. I think they added him to try and combat the complaints about the physics and the floatiness, because if you look at his jumps, he's much more Mario-like in that he's got the same jump every time, which is good news. Warrior in White, it does. It has 16 layers now as opposed to 3. GFN says, I sunk over 1,000 hours into LBP2. Classy douchebag. Andrew did not, but I did. What are we talking about? Jug Almighty. What did Jug Almighty say? I missed it. Oh, probably about New York Comic Con, I'm guessing, because Mike was there. Hood, thank you for coming back into the show. There's a spider, like, right next to me right here. Jesus, he was, like, slowly coming down. So yeah, this here in LVP 3, this is an endless runner. You can actually make endless runners in this game, because they actually have, like, I don't know if they what you want to call it, like a repeat tool, where you can, this is another one that probably uses the repeat tool, where you can have things loop over and over again. This is kind of a little bit like, damn, what was that game called that came out at E3 with the fish and the bird? What was that called, guys? Refresh my memory here. Can't think of it off the top of my head. Evar Johns, yeah, this is the new setup for the Level Up show. This is Level Up Direct on Thursdays, where we do entirely Skype calls and talking with the chat room. So I hope you like the new setup. Yeah, he's using the emitter tool, but he's also using the loop functionality. GFN says, the things people create in LBP amaze me. Yeah, it really is unbelievable, the amount of time that must go in. This is pretty cool here. This guy was trying to recreate Symphony of the Night, essentially. So he created I'm trying to remember what they call it. They're almost like bots where you can create other versions of Sackboy with their own, like, kind of setup where you can give them their own buttons and moves and stuff like that. So he set up this guy to be able to change form into a beast or back to Alucard, but he also made it so that you can swing a sword and you can double jump. So you can do all those kind of things in LBP 2 and 3 where you can change the way Sackboy works. Entwine. Thank you, Derek. That was what it was called. Let me check. I'm getting a few things on my phone here. Got a PSN friend request from Octavarium. Thank you for the PSN friend request. Pause this. Let's see if we got any Twitch hearts real quick. We did. From Demented Squirrel. Thank you for the Twitch hearts. OG Chocolate says, sorry if I'm late, but how did you like Dust? Dust and Elysium Tale. I haven't gotten the chance to play it yet. It is free this month with PlayStation Plus, so I will try it at some point. I've got it downloaded. I've got it ready to go. Just got to try it out at some point. Thank you to Miami Biza for subscribing to us on YouTube. Please, more people do that. Subscribe to our YouTube because we're very active and we archive everything we do on there. Harry Butt says, this seems cool. I'll be picking it up. It does seem really cool. It seems like the evolution of the series. I'm a little disappointed that it's not full 3D in the way I wanted. They did add some kind of 3D platforming and top-down, but it's quite not to the extent I wanted it to be. Like, this is an example of the more 3D platforming that you'll see in the game. Kind of looks like a Mario Sunshine or something like that in a way. OG Chocolates. Not sure what you're talking about, man. But guys, Moobot just posted a link to a charity, which is very important to us right now. It's for Extra Life. It is a charity that is raising money for Children's Hospital Network throughout all of the United States. The Level Up show is playing specifically for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and we've already raised several $100s. We're getting close to our big 24-hour marathon on October 25th. Mark your calendars. It'll start at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on October 25th. I think it's a Saturday, and it goes into Sunday for 24 hours. And we're going to be raising as much money as possible. So please, if you haven't already, go to the link, donate some money now if you haven't already. But also, on the 25th of October, maybe stop into the show and help us raise even more money. Mike just posted it again in the chat room. Moovat did as well. Warrior in White said, didn't Octodad come out with free DLC? I think it did, Warrior in White, that's right. Oh, he's talking about Dust, says Chocolate. Okay. Decent954 wants to talk about the PS4 2.0 features. First of all, let's talk about what it's going to do with Live from PlayStation, because that might actually improve the show for us. It's going to allow you guys to filter your Live from PlayStation results by your friends, by game, by channels that you follow. It's going to allow much more YouTube functionality in that you can export straight to YouTube. There's going to be a YouTube dedicated app on PS4 now. There's going to be the new share play functionality where you can let people take control of your controller. Even if they're not beside you on the couch, it doesn't matter. As long as you have a good internet connection, you can have your friend take control of the game. They're going to be adding theme support, background color support, MP3 support. You're going to be able to plug in your USB drive, and while your USB drive is plugged in, you'll be able to play music in the background, whether it's on the dashboard or even in-game. You can have in-game music now as well. The 9 Fox, yeah, Derek, definitely. We're really happy about the update. We're really, really hoping that because you can filter your Live from PlayStation by channels that you follow, we're hoping that you guys will now have a follow button on Twitch while you're watching us. That way you don't have to go to the URL on the virtual sign. You can just go to the button on Live from PlayStation and just click it and immediately follow us. That would make it so much easier for you guys and would help us get more followers, which is obviously very important to us. So Yes, Monk, MP3 support is good news. A little unfortunate that you have to keep the USB drive plugged in. Also, no video support yet, as far as we know. Supposedly, there's more features coming in this update than what we know right now. There might be an update for friends, coming online, notifications. There might be ways to reorganize your dashboard. Supposedly, the library is going to be different now, where you can change it up. There might even be folders now. So that'll be good news. A lot of people want organization options for the dashboard. And GFN agrees there needs to be a follow button for sure. Check real quick and see. We got another Twitch heart from a level 6 Pikachu. Thank you so much for the Twitch heart, man. Appreciate that. That's 4 Twitch hearts tonight, guys. Keep them coming. We're on the road to 1,000 Twitch hearts. We're around 944 now. Let's see. Decent 954 says PS 3.5. Yeah, in a way, it kind of is when it comes to features. They're still kind of catching up with some of those things that we were used to, like video playback, like DLNA support. Things that are coming, they say, to PS4. They just haven't figured it out yet for some reason. They still haven't gotten Suspend Resume in there, which was a launch announcement back at the February reveal in 2013. So it's really a shame that that's not around yet. This is Minecraft Vita now on the screen, and that's out. You guys can buy it. Cross-buy, potentially, I'm not sure, but it finally is out for the Vita. Hood says, hey Drew, you might enjoy Dust. Yeah, I mean, I hear good things about Dust, so I'd like to try it out at some point soon. Blood Splatter, video chat. Yeah, that's also something that we're still waiting on. Maybe they can add Skype at some point. That would be pretty cool. 74 people in the room now. Thank you for coming in. This is Level Up Direct, offshoot of the Level Up Show, where we talk directly with you guys, take Skype calls. We've only got one call tonight from Frostfire. If anybody else would like to call in, Skype is live. The Level Up Show spelled exactly how it sounds, so please call in, and we can talk about anything gaming related. We can talk about MPD results. We can talk about PSN firmware 2.0. Yes, Skype is still live. Let me make sure I didn't get any calls. Nope, just Frostfire. Hood says, Drew, what do you think about PlayStation TV? It's like almost there. It's not what it should be. They don't have support for Netflix supposedly on there. They don't have 1080p support for multiple media applications on PlayStation TV. So it has the ambition, but it doesn't quite reach it. They could improve it in the future and make it into what it needs to be. And they're not advertising it at all. That's the other problem. I don't think it's going to do well. I've never seen anything for it except for some YouTube stuff. So I think it's going to be a massive failure for them unless they really start to push it. It could be a nice little Christmas gift, $99 if they push it. A lot of people don't know that it even supports PlayStation 4 streaming and stuff like that. It's a nice little box and for a good price even. So I hope they push it. Tempest, welcome to the room, man. And Robert says, answer my question, but I didn't see it. I'll try and keep an eye out. On Pass Controller, who gets credit if a trophy unlocks? That is a very good question. I'm not sure, actually. I would imagine it's... If I remember right, I think there is functionality in place where you can have the person taking control of the game actually use their PSN ID so they earn the trophy. But I think it's an option. I think you can have it either way. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do think there is an option for either PlayStation ID to get the trophy. Yeah, Yumitar, that was a very good question. Pills for Thrills says, why would they port Minecraft to PlayStation Vita? Microsoft owns that shit. Because it was already in development for so long, and I think Microsoft realizes that the money is in the multi-platform when it comes to Minecraft. If they isolated it only to PC and Xbox, they would miss out on a massive market, mobile especially, because that's where so much of the money is made. It makes more sense as a mobile game than it does as a console in a way. It's done very well on all mobile devices, and I'm sure a lot of people were waiting for it on PlayStation Vita. So it would have been a huge slap in the face if, a month after the PlayStation Vita version was to release, that Microsoft forced it to be canceled. That would be pretty shitty. Hey Drew, did you ever see the power cable on all PlayStation? I am not sure what you're talking about, man. Sorry. Did you ever... Elm. What about playing my CDs, please? Elm. Playing my CDs? I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. What's CD stand for, other than compact disc and construction documents? I'm not sure what you're talking about with CDs. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. On the PlayStation 4 update? No, I don't think you'll be able to play compact discs. You can't play them now, and you won't be able to play them then either. Unfortunately, they got rid of that option, and I'm not sure why, but no, it doesn't seem like that's going to be included in the update. Sorry to miss your question, Elm. Robert Toole says, I see literally no Destiny. Do you mean in live from PlayStation? It might be because nobody's able to stream right now because the network's down or something. Yeah. What about CDs, bud? I think he was talking about the PlayStation 4 update. OG Chocolate says, with the 2.0 update, will I be able to play the NBA against my friend even if I don't have the game? I think that you can, yes. I think there is functionality in place with share play to make it so you can do virtual couch co-op and competitive play even without you owning the game. There is going to be limitations to it, though. I don't know if it's going to be where you have a certain number of keys where you can only do it a certain number of times. I don't know if there's going to be a time limit. I don't know. But they're not just going to have you free reign over share play where you can just have someone keep on their console and you can play the game for 24 hours without owning it. That's not going to happen. Do not expect that because you're going to be disappointed. My Parasitic Gaming says, I've searched head to toe for the AR Studio. I have it installed. Okay, so if you open up the thing here, oh, I guess you can't do it without the thing. You have to like swipe up on your pad, and then you should see options for AR Bots, AR Studio. You got to click on AR Studio if you have it installed. And then once you have it installed, you have to have the PlayStation app also on your phone. So you open up the PlayStation app, go into Connect to your PS4, click on Second Screen, and then you can use AR Studio. I hope that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain. Classy Douchebag in response to Elm said, most things will cease utilizing them soon. Long live low data discs. Do you game down on PlayStation or Xbox? I'm more of a PlayStation guy. I always have been. I owned an Xbox 360 for a very short period of time to play Halo, but it's not my console of choice. It's not the catalog that I'm a fan of, really. I do like Halo, but that was really about it. So, Hot Stuff Fred, that might be true. 10 keys for 10 friends and for 2 hours, I think. That sounds about right. I think that might have been what I heard as well. I'm hearing things about keys and time limits and stuff like that, which is still pretty cool. Hopefully they refresh those keys after a certain amount of time, though. What are your thoughts on the COD Mountain Dew Doritos promo? I haven't seen it yet. I'm not surprised if that's true. That's kind of a big joke when it comes to like game trailers, and Geoff Keighley, the Dorito Pope as they call him, when he was advertising Halo. We're above 100 people. Thank you so much for coming into the room. I will acknowledge that in just a second. But yeah, that was kind of a problem. People looked at that in a bad way, that he was sitting next to Doritos and Mountain Dew with the Halo thing in the background. It just came off kind of shady that he was like so blatantly advertising these things in connection with Halo as kind of a journalist, but not really. Geoff Keighley is more of an enthusiast and somebody that really just hypes people up. That's the way I look at Geoff Keighley. He doesn't really report news. He teases is what he does. Like just recently, he's teasing something coming December 5th. On Twitter, he said, games will rise 12/5/2014. That could be in reference to the Video Game Awards or VGX. God, I hope not. Or it could be in reference to PlayStation Experience in December, which I'm very excited about. I think there's going to be some big stuff there, so we'll have to see. Derek says that Destiny is working fine for him. So yeah, guys, we're above 100 people in the room. This is the Level Up show, the Level Up Direct specifically on Thursdays, because Thursday nights are all about talking with you guys, taking Skype calls. answering the chat room, and acknowledging our Twitch hearts, of course, like I'll do right now. We got another Twitch heart from Pills for Thrills. That's 5 Twitch hearts tonight. In total, we've gotten OG Chocolate, X Reaper, Demented Squirrel, Level 6 Pikachu, and Pills for Thrills. Twitch hearts. Thank you so much for those. Really appreciate it, guys. Let's continue with some videos here. And don't forget that Skype is live, guys, and you're welcome to call in. This is, I think, Nidhogg. So PSN friend request. Let's see who we got. We've got J Rupee, OG Chocolate, and Octavarium. Thank you for your PSN friend requests. And so far, just Miami Biza for our YouTube subscription. Thank you so much. Alrighty. GFN, I did make the 100 viewer noise. I always like getting 100 views on Thursdays because I'm solo by myself, so it's harder to get to 100. No date yet for 2.0. That's right, decent, but typically it happens within a week or two. If history serves right, look at all the other blog posts for firmware updates. It usually happens within as little as 1 day to up to 2 weeks. So I'm really hoping it's this week or next week because, as I was saying, October 25th is our big 24-hour marathon for Extra Life, and we would love to use the new Live from PlayStation features for that date. Any hints of preload for GTA 5? Yes, I think you can preload GTA 5. I know in other countries you can, and right now that's what people are talking about because if you pre-order it, I think in like Europe and stuff, the preload date is actually saying December 4th. That's confusing people. They're actually wondering if maybe PlayStation could get the game 2 weeks before Xbox. I doubt it. But they are getting a bundle. PlayStation is getting a bundle for the white PlayStation and the black PlayStation for November 18th. Geoff Keighley was good when he started on Electronic Playground. I like Geoff Keighley. I really do. He's very enthusiastic. He loves the industry. He's very passionate. I think people kind of look at him the wrong way. They think that he's a journalist, and that's not really what he is. So he's allowed to kind of advertise and stuff like that. That's really what he is. That's his job. Preload confirmed. In other countries, I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. But I'm almost positive it'll come to America as well pretty soon. Is PSN adding more Twitch support in fall update? It's adding support for filtering by your Twitch follows. So for instance, if you follow us on Twitch, with the new update, you'll actually be able to filter your Live from PlayStation streams by those you follow, and we should pop up quickly on your list. It also can be filtered by friends now or by game. That'll be coming in the update. And we're really hoping that they're adding a Twitch follow button on Live from PlayStation so you guys can more easily follow us. If you guys want to follow us, the way you got to do it is go on twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow, spelled exactly how it sounds on there, and follow us, heart us if you want to call it. And if you do that, you will get email notifications whenever our show goes live. The other thing you could do is go on Twitter at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and follow us because we're very active on Twitter, very active on Facebook. You can like us there. Miami Bees subscribe to us on YouTube tonight. You guys are welcome to do that as well because we archive all of our video streams on YouTube for you guys to watch later. So please go on YouTube and subscribe as well. I wonder if I can get Twitch on the Vita. I wouldn't be surprised if they have already added it. I thought that they have Live from PlayStation support on the Vita where you can watch Twitch streams in that way, I'm pretty sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if they add an actual dedicated Twitch app at some point as well. Jobless Wonder, I read your comment. I'm sorry. Zoniator, what is coming with the 2.0 update? I've said it a few times now, but you got share play, you've got YouTube support, you got some Live from PlayStation updates, you got theme support, background colors changing, got MP3 playback by plugging in a USB device. There's a few other things as well. Players you may know, that's true as well. They're going to be trying to figure out friends that you might want to add. Got another friend request. Let's check this out on PSN. Real quick. I think they are building Twitch for Vita and got 3DS. It was said a few months ago. Okay, I'm not sure about that big one, Matt, but it's possible. Thank you to Pwnhub for the PSN friend request. 2.0 update when? It'll be tomorrow or within 2 weeks, I would say. That's my guess. My guesstimation, if you want to call it that. But typically, that's what happens. It's usually within 2 weeks. As Mubach just posted, please subscribe to our YouTube. That's the link right there. I wish we had more tournament streams on PlayStation Live. That might be coming in the future. It actually, I think it was today that I saw PlayStation Europe or something like that is starting their own PlayStation League for like esports. It's called like PlayStation League or something like that. So PlayStation might gradually be moving towards that. And I have a feeling that there's going to be PlayStation dedicated streams for tournaments on Twitch at some point. Let's take a call from Jay Flint. Hey, Jay Flynn, welcome to the show, man.
Hello?
Hey, Jay, you're on the Level Up Show. How you doing?
Well, how you doing, man? Jay Flynn here. I didn't get in last week about the Evil Within, but I just wanted to call in. I actually spoke with Twitch because I've been streaming a lot, and they said that they are not going to put a follow button on PS4.
And is there a reason for that?
They said that feature is unique to Twitch.com, and actually it's part of one of the things that helps drive traffic to their site and whatnot.
That's a lie. Xbox One Twitch app has a follow button.
Yeah, exactly. So when I talked to the representative, I asked for like an official word. Okay. Basically in their forums, in the Twitch forums, they'll respond back to you. A Twitch employee got back to me. And they said that there's no plans after the definitive word. They said that there's no definitive word, but that there's no plans in the near future for a Twitch follow button.
That's really disappointing.
Yeah, and now for me, to be completely honest with you, maybe it's like kind of like one of those reverse tactics or one of those weird things where they're just going to kind of throw it in there and then everyone will lose their mind about it.
Maybe.
But it was really, really disappointing to hear them say that. Really disappointing.
Do you trust this representative? Is it possible that he's just not in the know?
From my understanding of another friend of mine who actually works in Twitch and the higher up, it's almost like your bank or like it's those two. It's like completely different. Like the people that front the emails and do it's kind of like they're on a different kind of like wavelength than the people that are there like doing the actual thing. So. Is it? I don't know, but honestly, when I asked for an official answer, the wording of the other email was real. I don't know if it had anything to do with Amazon or whatever the case may be, but it was just really, really odd. Really odd. So I hope that they put it in there, but
I really hope so too. My reason I'm optimistic is because with the new PlayStation 4 update, they're adding support to filter by channels that you follow. So for them to do that, it just seems like they should have the follow button actually integrated into Live from PlayStation, because it doesn't really make sense for them to force you to leave the app to follow so that you can filter by channels that you follow. It just seems like an extra step and an unnecessary step. So,
it really said I'm really skeptical of that part of the update, being able to filter by channel, because I don't know about you. Me, ever since I started streaming, getting some followers, I pretty much try to add anybody who requests me to PlayStation Live. So I'm up to like 700 friends. I can't even access my friends anymore, even on a wired connection. It just spins and causes my PlayStation to freeze up, and I don't know if anybody else has that problem.
Oh, trust me, dude. Yes, I've got 1,250 friends, and I can barely use the friend request thing anymore. And whenever I do friend requests, I have to do it on my phone one by one because I can't do it on the PS4.
Listen to this. I call PlayStation Network on a lot. I always call Sony a lot because I don't like the fact now that I'm a paying customer for this.
Yeah.
And that this is happening. So I kind of like to just kind of let them know I'm on the radar, which actually, they've responded to me now on Twitter, email. They respond to me now, really quick.
That's good.
They told me, this is honest to God, quote, my solution to getting my PlayStation to work better is to delete friends.
Yep. I'm not surprised they said that, because I'm almost tempted to do that, but I wouldn't, because, we got all these Level Up Show fans that have friend requested me. I'm not going to delete them, and how do I choose who to delete? So, yeah.
Well, exactly. you guys are a great show, and it's like your guys' friend request is also a great way for you guys to collect data about who's watching you, and you know, when you're on playing games to see who requests you. I've actually liked the influx of people that I've met from streaming and adding their friends. But the fact that I can't request friends on the PlayStation, I've tried to request you for a month and a half. Your name does not come up on my thing. Nothing comes on my PlayStation.
Oh my God.
Freezes.
I'm going to have to friend request you then. What is your ID,
so,
man?
like, it's just JAY_FLINT. By the way, thank you, Jobless Wanderer. But I stream like a lot of stuff, and I watch you guys like regularly. And the fact that like now that I can't go and request someone, and people can't request me, and getting kicked out randomly of party chats and everything, like it's getting a little too crazy.
I think it really has a lot to do with Destiny. To be honest with you, especially this week. Destiny, thank you for the Twitch art. Destiny is just blowing the servers up because, I mean, 3.2 million people playing every day, double PlayStation Plus subscriptions since launch. It's got to be mind-blowing for Sony and something that maybe they didn't even expect. So hopefully this will kind of force their hand because we're paying for this now. As you said, we're paying customers for PlayStation Network, $50 a year, potentially $60. We're hearing in the future they're upping it in other parts of the world up to $60. That will probably come to America at some point, unfortunately. We've got to complain. People are complaining. There's even people considering making a hashtag called PlayStation Not Work instead of PlayStation Network.
It's like if you any other place in the world, if you open a shop called Drew's Donuts and you put a sign in the thing that says, "Come and sign up for Drew's Donuts mailing list. You get 5 free donuts."
Yeah.
And everybody that signs up for your mailing list gets 1/2 of a donut or nothing. That's by legal definition false advertising.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy that I know people, I swear to God, that pre-ordered PlayStation 4 just to get Drive Club because it was supposed to launch with PlayStation.
I know, right? Oh,
then they said they're going to push it back 4 months, and now they can't even get it. My one friend bought the deluxe $79.99 edition. Yeah. He has yet to be able to connect to his server at all.
It's so sad. I feel bad for Evolution, too, because they can't catch a break. I mean, MotorStorm Apocalypse came right out around the tsunami in Japan or something like that and was a disaster. And by the time they did release it, I think it was right around the PlayStation crash. So now Drive Club, a year delay, Rushy, the developer, makes a fool of himself essentially by bashing on, I think, Grid Autosport several months ago.
Exactly. Yep.
And now the game's not even doing as well as Grid Autosport. It's just a disaster on every front, and it's such a shame because the game looks beautiful. It really does. They did a great job in putting in like the quality and the detail, and they were very passionate. You can tell.
Exactly. It looks like. I mean, I was so hyped on it when people were streaming in early. And, like, everybody was waiting for Drive Club. And then, it was kind of like a Watch Dogs. The more you heard about it, the less it seemed as exciting as you thought it would be. And then just a disaster of a launch that they had. And, I mean, God bless the people that really, really, really went nuts and wanted to get Drive Club and bought all that. And then now they can't even play. It just seems like one disaster after another for the PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
And,
right now, especially,
we're paying for it now, though, and I mean now we're paying for it in 2 ways. We're paying for it and I'm actually in the process right now of taking all the downtimes from the start of November 15th and launch, and I'm going to put a website up that is just a basic website that shows exactly how many total hours compiled of days does that equal that the PlayStation Network has been down, and like I'm already up to so far already in a year. It's almost 2 weeks of total time of it being down already in a year.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, all we can really hope that comes out of this is that PlayStation Network is still relatively young, especially as a pay-for service. They've never really had to push themselves to this limit because they've never really had that expectation. And now that they do, I hopefully it pushes them to actually match Xbox Live in quality, whether it comes to DDoS support, in defense, or more servers. I mean, it does whatever is necessary to get this up to par with a $50 a month, $50 a year service. Hopefully they do whatever is necessary because they're going to lose customers gradually. It's going to happen if this keeps up. And
exactly.
I know Sony doesn't want that. It's not like they want this to happen. It's not like they're like, the servers are down, but people are paying the money, whatever. They know, and they're scared, and they probably know that this is pissing people off, and they're scrambling around around over there, I'm sure, but they're not software engineers in the way that Microsoft are software engineers. They've got to catch up, and hopefully this is what's going to expedite that process. Uh-oh, did I lose you, Jay Flint? Oh, no! Damn it. Oh, man, all right. Jay, that was a great call. Jay Flint, I will add you after the show, Jay_Flint. One of the best calls we've ever had, really. That guy, he keeps trying to get through to the show, and he never has been able to. And Jay, everybody in the chat room seems to love you. They said that they watch your streams, whether it be PT or whatever. So, great caller. Thank you for calling in, Jay. Really appreciate that. Let's go back to the chat room. Sorry that I was a little busy with Jay there. But a lot of people agreeing that PlayStation Network needs to improve, and now, as soon as possible. What do you think of game parity? I think it's bullshit. I hope wish Jay was on the line, because he probably would agree. It's ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason to limit a console to match another. And I'm not sure what the reasoning is. There's been some more updates on that story that we're going to talk about this Sunday. Supposedly, Giant Bomb got an anonymous email from a Ubisoft developer talking about how it was impossible to reach 1080p 30 frames per second on PS4. I think it's bullshit. I mean, they said that frame rate wise, they could only get a 2 to 3 frame per second advantage on PS4. That's fine. The CPUs of Xbox One and PS4 are very, very similar. And if they can only get a little bit better, lock it at 30, because no one wants a variable frame rate anyway. But when it comes to resolution, the GPU of the PS4 is 40% stronger, at least. So use that extra power towards resolution. 44% extra pixels by going to 1080p over 900p. It makes perfect sense. So them not being able to do that, it either means that they're taking money from Microsoft for the co-marketing deal, or that they can't get the job done. That's pretty much what it means. They're incompetent is what it potentially means over at Ubisoft. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have the time. That's also possible. But say that. That's all you got to say. Say, I didn't have the time to do it. We were rushing this game out by November. It was at 9 frames per second back 9 months ago. There was no way we could have reached 1080p 30 frames per second on both consoles, so we had to lock them down both at 900p 30 frames per second. There's nothing wrong with that. We understand. You guys have time limits. Ubisoft is your publisher. They're not going to allow you to push it into next year. So, okay, that's fine. Don't bullshit us. Don't tell us we can't reach 1080p 30 frames per second. Don't tell us that Xbox One and PS4 are the same console when they're not. CPU, yeah. GPU, no. They're not the same console. So don't bullshit us. All right. Sorry. I don't want to say they're a crap dev team. I think the most likely situation here is they're running out of time, or there's a co-marketing deal with Microsoft. They're not incompetent over at Ubisoft. They've made wonderful graphical engines, and Assassin's Creed Unity looks beautiful from every other perspective. It's just ridiculous if they're actually limiting one console. Abby XX, when is Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain coming out? The rumors are that it could be early next year, even March, but there's no longer any proof for that, really. There were some sites that were reporting that, some retail sites even, that had that as the date listed. But Kojima recently, I think whenever the last conference was, gave a very vague date of 2015 with no quarter or anything like that. So I wouldn't expect it early next year, but there is potential, and I'm very optimistic that it will come out early next year. The 9 Fox, Drew is really feeling the passion. Gotta believe. All right, let's see what else we got here. Another trailer. Oh, let's check this out, guys. This is a new Power is Everything trailer or whatever thing for Call of Duty.
An operation on foreign sovereign soil, it would be an act of war. We are going in. On whose authority? On my authority!
Looking pretty damn cool, I have to say. This is obviously Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Graphically looks just a million times better than Ghost. And I think the new gameplay mechanics look stunning, especially for single-player campaign. Not sure how it's going to pan out for multiplayer and balance, but I think that it's going to have a really cool campaign at least. Let's see what we got here. Somebody asked about the Ghost. We have not encountered him since, nor have we encountered any intruders, thank God. I've been hearing things, I've been seeing things, I think I'm paranoid, I'm not sure, but so far so good. Kristen and Drew, when's the wedding going to be streamed? Unfortunately, never, because we already got married. If you guys didn't know, Kristen and I got married in May, and this is our new house. We got this house in August 27th. This was when we made settlement on this house, and I immediately started on the new Level Up Show room. You guys can see here the new setup for the show. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you for the PSN friend request. Let me acknowledge that really quick, and I'm sure we've gotten a few Twitch hearts as well. So let me do some quick acknowledgments here. We've got Hane Boo 237, J Rupee, OG Chocolate, Praha 83, Ponehub, and Octavarium, and Abby XX. Thank you for the PSN friend requests. Really appreciate those. As Mike just said, add us on Twitch, please, at twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. If you heart us, you will get email notifications whenever The Level Up Show goes live, which is every Thursday and Sunday, but even more than that, actually. We go live with game streams every so often as well, of course. But talk shows are our big thing, and that's what you're watching right now with Level Up Direct. Let's acknowledge our current Twitch hearts. We've gotten several tonight, at least 7, I think. Yep, we're up to 7 Twitch hearts tonight. We've got OG Chocolate, X Reaper X, Demented Squirrel, Level 6 Pikachu, Pills for Thrills, Umatar, and I'm not sure how to say this, Lonely Asian, maybe, I think is what it says. Lonely Asian. Thank you so much for your Twitch hearts. Guys, we're at like 950 now, very close to that. We're trying to get to 1,000 Twitch hearts. Keep them coming. We really want to hit that 1,000 by this Sunday. We're going to throw a big party. We're going to do a dance party with celebration and everything probably. I'm not sure. Something's going to happen. We're just going to improvise. But get us to 1,000 Twitch hearts. Keep the trailers going in the meantime. Peggle 2. Someone was talking about it earlier today. Just came out on PlayStation 4. Was Xbox One exclusive for a long time. Oh, we're getting a call from Mariano. Let's take this call real quick. Hey, Mariano. Can you hear me? I think your mic was a little off, man. I don't think we were going to be able to hear you anyway. Go back to Peggle. Oh, I'll try it one more time. All right. Mariano, let's try you again. Hey, Mariano, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, man? You're on the Level Up Show.
Hello, can you hear me?
I do. You're on a delay. Make sure that you're not paying attention to the Twitch stream. You got to pay attention to the Skype audio.
Hello? Okay, well, as long as you can hear me.
I hear you just fine, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? You're on the Level Up Show. Oh, great. I'm usually the guy that comments MGomez091.
Oh, M. Gomez. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you don't pay attention to the TV. It's going to confuse you. There's a delay. But what do you want to talk about, Mariano?
I wanted to ask you, do you think consoles have reached their max limit in terms of graphics and capabilities? Do you think developers have juiced everything they could?
No, 100% no. And we keep hearing this over and over again. Guys talking about, trying to think of what the name is for it. The plateau really is what I guess you would call it. But it's not true. I mean, you're getting like you're hitting that slope, of course. You're hitting that plateau, but it doesn't mean we're at the limit. We're going to get closer and closer to Pixar-level quality and whatnot. I mean, just since last generation, look at Nathan Drake on PS3 versus Nathan Drake on PS4. The leap in quality is pretty unbelievable, actually, when you look at it. And that's just going to improve as the generation goes forward. I mean, look at Uncharted 1 versus Uncharted 3, once they figured out how to use the PS3 to its full potential. Now, granted, PS4 is a much easier console to develop for, but they're going to be improving on the PS4 architecture and figuring it out as they go along this generation as well. So I think, hell no, I think that there is going to be very much an improvement in graphical quality over the next 6 or 7 years. And when next generation comes, I think you'll see an even bigger leap. How about you? You think we're hitting that plateau yet?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. Only because recently I had looked something up, and there was supposedly, I don't know how true this is, a developer from Ubisoft was at a high school, and he was teaching some of the high school students.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
He was explaining that in terms of PC versus console specifically, that the consoles are already maxed out, running everything that they could on their possible engine, which is why we're seeing a lot of parity between the Xbox One and the PS4, and that Microsoft and Sony are pressuring Ubisoft in terms of PC version of Assassin's Creed Unity that to dump down the graphics and processing to meet the console's top par. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
what they suspected was with the Watch Dogs as well.
Yep.
Have you heard about the hidden features in the Watch Dogs on the PC?
I did hear about those. They hid the E3 mode, or if you want to call it that, where it actually had better graphical quality. And the thing with the high school, now, who knows for sure, but Phil Spencer quickly responded to that, saying that's 100% false, and that they would never push Ubisoft to downgrade their quality for PC. That kind of puts the whole story into question, if it's even a true story to begin with. I mean, this whole parity thing that's happening right now, I think it's bullshit when it comes to Xbox One and PS4. We're seeing pretty much across the board 1080p versus 900p. Mordor is 1080p, 900p. Inquisition is going to be 1080p versus 900p. They're pretty much all going in that direction. Because the PS4 has about a 40% stronger GPU than the Xbox One. That's the way it works. And I'm not saying that that's a huge difference, but it's noticeable for the graphic whores, if you want to call it that. So I hope that they don't continue this downgrading. I hope it doesn't become a trend. The whole PS4 no parity hashtag definitely exploded, and I think it forced Ubisoft to reconsider potentially if they are limiting the PS4. Now, I do agree that we're not going to see the improvement in quality that we saw during the PS3 generation. The architecture of the PS3 was so complex and ridiculous, actually, that's why you saw a very big leap from year 1 to year 7. PS4 is x86 architecture, very easy to develop for, kind of like a PC, very easy to port to, stuff like that. That's the reason, there might be a little bit of truth to that statement from Ubisoft potentially, that they're getting to that plateau much quicker this generation when it comes to graphical quality. I do think that they say that all the time, though. I think every generation you hear it, that within year 1, they say, we're using 100% of the console. And then as they go along, they continue to say, we're using 100% of the console. It's just that they're figuring out how to become more efficient in using 100% of the console. Just because you're using 100% of the console doesn't mean that you're using it correctly or using it the best way possible. That's what happens, it seems, as the generation moves forward, is they're figuring out how to use every little bit of the console to its full potential. So I think that there's going to be a little bit of a jump by year 6 or 7, but I think for sure that there's going to be a leap in quality in Gen 9 or whatever you want to call it, whenever PS5 comes out, Xbox 2, whatever you want to call it. I do think that there's going to be some type of leap, although we are getting to the point now where it's going to maybe be more features and peripherals that kind of take center stage next generation, whether it be virtual reality or social connectivity, or I don't know what the next big thing is going to be.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering my question, sir.
All right. Thanks for calling in, man.
No problem.
See you later.
See you again soon.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Another great call tonight. Glad that you could finally get through M. Gomez. So that's Jay Flint tonight, Ghostfire, M. Gomez with 3 great calls, great questions as well. Thank you so much, guys. Neville Metal Gamer says, it better be good, I donated. I don't know what we're talking about, but probably Extra Life. Guys, Noble Metal Gamer is one of the guys who donated to our Extra Life. Thank you so much, Dave. Pus-Filled Scab donated to our Extra Life. Boosh. So, guys, please go on the link that Mubot continuously posts. Mike will post it as well. It is a charity for Children's Miracle Network hospitals all around the United States, and the Level Up Show is playing specifically for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We're trying to raise several $1,000s. We've already raised several hundred, so please help us out. Take a call from Cody. Hey, Cody, you are on the Level Up Show.
Oh, yeah, still hear you talking about the gamer calling in 3 times and everything, but I was wondering, what about, I heard the other day you could use an Xbox controller on your PlayStation.
I really highly doubt that. The Xbox controller has functionality on PC and stuff like that, but they would never open it up to the PS4 architecture, I would think. I mean, I can't be 100% sure of that, but I hadn't heard that before, and it just seems very doubtful in my opinion. So I probably wouldn't trust that, Cody.
Yeah, I didn't even know if Xbox controller is USB connected or not,
Yeah, I mean, it does work on PC, and even the PlayStation 4 controller, I think, can be worked on the PC, and the PS3 even. But I don't think that there's any cross-platform functionality between controllers. Would you actually want to do that, though? Would you actually want to play PS4 games with an Xbox One controller?
I was only going to buy an Xbox controller if the DualShock didn't get bigger,
Okay, yeah.
My hands outgrew the DualShock 3 for PlayStation 3.
Yeah, a lot of people felt that way. How do you feel about the DualShock 4 controller?
It's a little. I had to buy another one. I'm on my second controller.
Did you have the joystick problem with the rubber peeling off?
Not only that, but I'd be pushing forward, and on Battlefield, my guy would run backwards.
Okay, well, that's definitely a flaw. Yeah, the first batch of PS4 controllers, there were a certain percentage of those that had the rubber joystick problem. I wasn't one of them, and it seems like it was definitely a minority that had that problem. But it seems to be fixed as well. It doesn't seem like anybody's complaining about that anymore with the new batches of controllers.
Cool. Yeah, it took about 2 weeks for the rubber to melt off my first controller, and I never ate and held my controller or anything.
Yeah. Looks like you're a model airplane guy.
Oh yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah. I've done a little bit of model airplane stuff with my dad as well. It's a very cool hobby, for sure.
Cool. I'm surprised you don't ever really run into them on a PlayStation,
Yeah, definitely. Flight simulators, you don't see a lot of those on the consoles. You typically only see flight simulators on the PC. They don't release like the nice, like, what do you want to call them? Like the nice joysticks and stuff like that for console, unfortunately. But Cody, I got to move on. I'm running out of time, and I want to wrap up the show. But thanks so much for calling in.
Oh, 2 more seconds.
2 more seconds? What do you got? You got something else too? What's this one?
It tracks the Spartan 50 miles per hour in the water.
Oh, really? It's 50 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
3-cell lipo.
That's pretty cool. That's definitely very cool. There's a lot of talent that goes into creating those things, building those. So, congrats to you, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've been a little lucky. Yeah, have a good night.
You too, Cody. I'll see you later.
All right, later.
Thank you, Cody, for calling in, man. All right, we're running out of time, guys. I got to wrap up around 11:30. That's when the Level Up Directs end. Let's go back to the chat room. We're at, I think, like 150 people in the room now. Let's check our Twitch charts real quick. Let's see if you guys are, we're getting some Twitch charts here. We got another 3. We're up to 10 Twitch charts tonight, guys. So we've got, let's check all of them real quick. We got OG Chocolate, X Reaper X, Demented Squirrel, Level 6 Pikachu, Pills for Thrills, Umatar, Lonely Asian, Toxic Fresh, Decent 954, and Knots Forever. Thank you guys for your Twitch hearts. That's 10 tonight. We're around 950 now. Get us up to 1,000. Let's keep them going, guys. Thank you so much. Noble Metal Gamer also agreeing with several other people that Dust and Elysian Tale is pretty awesome. I'm hearing very good things about it. This is PlayStation TV right here. $99. I think it's a very good price, but they do need to improve it a little bit. It doesn't have support for 1080p media apps. Netflix is not on it, so not quite where it needs to be yet. Brace the Beast says Free Drive Club, not for PlayStation Plus just yet, but hopefully this month. They're still waiting on the servers to become less bogged down. They're trying to work that out. GFN, Rick said earlier that it's getting better, but it's not quite there yet. Nickub, I'm not sure if I said that right, but PS4 2.0 sounds like a very good update. Share play, themes, background color changes, new management stuff for your library and your dashboard, all that kind of stuff. What else they got? They've got MP3 playback for background with USB plugged in. A few other things as well. They've got some new live from PlayStation stuff with Twitch, filtering and stuff like that. So a lot of good news, hopefully coming within the next 2 weeks. That's typically the case. It could be here tomorrow, but it's probably going to be here, I would say, in a week or close to 2 weeks. Don't count me on that, though, for sure. Mikhail says, look, I love Sony. My God, I carried a Sony Trinitron for 3 miles. Bryce 2.0 is up in the next couple weeks, probably. Trinitron. I'm not sure what that is either, Jay Flint. Let me take another drink here. This is Saints Row. The new update coming. X Infinite said, did they patch 1080p on PS4 for AC4? They did. They patched in 1080p for Black Flag, and Ubisoft said that that's a possibility for Unity as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. Mikhail, it was the best TV in 2001, the Trinitron. Did not know that. Pretty cool. 36-inch Trinitron was like 230 pounds. Pretty crazy. Skype is still live now, guys. We've gotten 4 great calls tonight. We'll see if we can get one more. This is the definitive edition launch trailer. Bryce, Lords of the Fallen looks pretty cool. I'm actually hearing that it's got like some Demon Souls vibes and stuff like that. Very difficult, very challenging. We're going to be talking about it a lot this Sunday, so look forward to that. Spoiler alert, it's going to be our Wild Game Appears this Sunday. So, going to be a big preview. All the information you need right there. 2-liter bottle is done. I finished it in time. Getting another call from Derek. Let's take this.
Drew.
Derek, how you doing, man?
Good, just loving both my consoles.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, you're a dual console owner, lucky enough to have the money, unlike some people.
Oh, I only paid for one. The Xbox was a gift.
Ah, damn you. Lucky you, I guess.
Either way, question and all that.
Go ahead.
All right, if you were to develop a game, what game would you like to develop?
Final Fantasy VII Remake. I would do it the way it was meant to be done. I almost don't even trust Square Enix as much as I trust myself to make that game. Because I've dreamt about it for so long. I've literally had dreams about Final Fantasy VII Remake to the point where like I've imagined the gameplay mechanics and how it would be updated for next gen, the way they could do it open world, the way every town would look in 3D, the way the animations would work, the way they would kind of tweak the ending. All those kind of things I've imagined over the last, 7 years for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So that is the game I would develop if I had, $120 million to blow. How about you?
Wait, are you still there?
I am still here, yeah.
Okay, because you cut out a little bit with, what you were trying to say.
Oh, sorry. I did say the Final Fantasy VII Remake because I've imagined it for...
Oh, no, not that part. The part just after that.
Oh, I was asking about you. What would you like to develop?
I would like to remake Thief. The new one that just came out, not the old one, because the old ones are great.
You would like to remake the original Thief?
No, I would like to remake the reboot.
Oh, okay. Then do it the right way, like the originals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the originals, I never played the new one, but I was a huge fan of Thief 1 and 2 on PC. Those are some of the games I did play on PC back in the day. Those are masterful games in the stealth genre, so 100% agree with that. What did you dislike about the new Thief if you played it?
I don't know, it just didn't strike me as that Thief game I remember from my childhood. It might be childhood nostalgia, or it might just be that whole mystical factor that they took way too much of.
Yeah.
It's kind of mysticism every now and then, but when you go over the top, it's just no.
No, yeah. No, I agree with you. When I first saw the trailers for it, I was like, this doesn't look like Thief to me. This doesn't have those vibes that Thief had. So I never played it, but just off the trailer alone, I kind of got that feeling as well. So, definitely.
Alrighty then.
Another great call, man. Another great question.
I always try to do that.
You succeed. Thank you so much for calling in, Derek.
You're welcome.
Alrighty. Thank you, Derek. Wrapping up very soon, guys. Let's check the Twitch charts one more time or two more times. Let's see. We got two more Twitch charts from After Gods and Sergi Baca. Thank you guys for the Twitch charts. That's now 12 tonight. Keep them coming. As I was saying, this is Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. We're getting a call from Decent, but it's not coming through on the computer for some reason. Let me call you back, Decent. Let me check what's going on here. My Skype did tell me that something was wrong. I might need to sign out and sign back in or something. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. I'm going to call you back, Decent. You will probably be the last call tonight. True Classic, thank you for the Twitch art. And True Classic, we are in the Philadelphia area. Not quite Philadelphia, though. Decent, I am not getting through to you for some reason. Yeah, my Skype just did a really weird thing where it gave me an error and logged me out. Alright, Decent, for some reason I can't get through to you. Not sure what that's all about. Let's check out that Twitch art real quick. We got a Twitch art from Chalk Car. Chalk Car, I know that name. And also from Killer65 Malibu. Keep them coming, guys. I'm going to keep reading them off. Final 5 minutes here. Many Twitch hearts as you can do. Get us close to 1,000. Thank you to Jamie for creative cool votes. Here we go. Decent Customs calling in. Let's take this call. Maybe. Come on. Hey, Decent, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, nice. There we go. You weren't coming through at first, but there you are. You're on the Level Up Show. How you doing, man? Can you hear me okay? I see a fan, and that's all I see. There we go. Nice. How you doing, man? What do you want to talk about? Oh man, I think there might be a bad connection here. It's lagging. Hey, Decent, you there? All right, I'm gonna have to let you go, man. I'm sorry about that. Either my connection or yours. Sorry about that, Decent. For some reason, your voice was not coming through. Alright, so we've got Killer65 Malibu, Chalk Car, Sergi Baca, After Gods, Knots Forever, Decent 954, which is probably that guy right there. Thank you for the Twitch heart. Toxic Fresh, Lonely Asian, Umatar, Pills for Thrills, Level 6 Pikachu, Demented, Squirrel, Reaper X, and OG Chocolate. Thank you guys for the Twitch hearts. Really appreciate those. Decent, it's alright, man. Don't worry about it. I had a feeling it was probably because you were on mobile. Maybe this Sunday you can try again. Let's see. Bad connection, that's an understatement. Will we see Titanfall on PS4? Yes, I really do think you'll see Titanfall on PS4. I think it didn't do near as well as Respawn was expecting it to do on Xbox One, and I probably kind of went against whatever contractual clause was there. There might even be a possibility that Titanfall 1 comes to PS4 in the future, but I definitely think that Titanfall 2 will be on PS4 when it comes. Why haven't we played Mod Nation Racers together? I have no idea. I haven't played Mod Nation Racers in a very long time, but I was the biggest fan of that game. I was in the top 10 in the world in that game. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
How you doing? How you doing?
Welcome to the show. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Yes, I want to talk about the event with him. It's okay for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you played it?
Actually, I saw the stream, but not a lot because I don't want to be spoiler alerts, that kind of stuff. But let me tell you, definitely, we start with The Last of Us. When they make The Last of Us, they make a big revolution.
Yeah.
Gameplay, because after The Last of Us, we see Tomb Raider, the same gameplay, and now we see this. The Evil Within is excellent gameplay. I saw a 15 minute about the stream, and it's very, very cool. So what my opinion is an excellent game. I hope the next game about the Resident Evil is be the same, because the last one is very, very poor. So what do you think about that?
I think Naughty Dog leads the way recently in those kind of ways. With Uncharted, they kind of started the whole cinematic third-person action game revolution, and everybody was trying to copy that, like, really, blockbuster movie style that Uncharted had. And then The Last of Us came with a survival action approach and a different kind of take on stealth than what we normally see. And like you said, now we see multiple games kind of taking influence from that. And The Evil Within is the most recent, with even the way like he crouches in that game, and the way that you can pick up bottles or objects and throw them as distractions, the way you can shiv enemies in the same way you could in The Last of Us. It really is obviously taking some of those survival elements and applying it to a horror genre as opposed to an action genre. I think it's great. There's nothing wrong with taking influence. It's not like they're copying The Last of Us. They're just taking something that worked and trying to do it in the same way or better. So nothing wrong with that. Any artist will tell you that they're copying another artist. You never are completely original in your work. It's always influenced by something else.
Definitely, the word is influence, because also in this Evil Within, I see influence about Silent Hill, but it's the spine and the down.
Yeah,
I see it's very cool.
I think it's very cool as well, definitely. I'm hearing pretty cool things about The Evil Within. It's got pretty good reviews, around like an 8 or so, and I keep saying that I think that reviewers are being more harsh on games recently, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I don't want people to look at The Evil Within scores and think it's a bad game. Everybody that's playing it, for the most part, is actually really enjoying it.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
All right,
Take
Mike.
care.
Thanks so much for calling in, man.
Okay, man. Take care. Bye.
See ya. Another great call there from Mike. Just nothing but great calls tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Jay Flint, Frostfire, Derek, Mike. I'm sorry that Decent, I couldn't get through to you. And there was another one in there, too. We had a few more. Cody, thank you so much, guys. Really great calls tonight. Really appreciate those. Mikhail said, The Last of Us made me cry more than I did when my friends died. Wow. That's pretty intense. Wow. Okay. Thank you for the Twitch heart from Onyx. Really appreciate that, man. That's now like 16 Twitch hearts tonight. Final push, guys. Only a few minutes left. Keep them coming. Copying is a form of flattery, says Tempest. Completely true. But yeah, The Last of Us, it didn't make me cry, but I definitely got choked up at multiple scenes throughout the game. The ending wasn't really the one that got me choked up. The scene that got me choked up, spoiler alert, was during winter, where you save Ellie and you hold her and you call her baby girl and stuff like that. That is the scene that got me the most choked up in The Last of Us, because that was finally it all coming full circle. Ellie becoming his surrogate daughter, and him becoming really so attached to her that he couldn't live without her at that point, to the point where obviously it affected his motives at the end of the game. Drew, are you ready for Greg tomorrow? Oh, yes, I am. We've been cleaning the house and getting things ready for Greg. We're going to have a party on Saturday. Maybe we'll even stream on Saturday. I'm not sure. I don't even know if Mike knows that. I think you do, but Greg's coming. You're welcome to come over Saturday night. We're going to have people over. Mark, Mike, and maybe we can do like a little mini stream that night, just like a random Ustream one, so that we can go all out and random and just throw a party on live from PlayStation. Let's see here. You just got another PSN friend request. Kristen is out of work, so I'm going to have to call her in a moment. Thank you to Christian Speed for your YouTube subscription. Oh, we got another... Damn, I missed this earlier. I think we got another donation from Derek. Derek, you're the man. I didn't see this. I'm just finding it now. How much did you donate? I missed it. I don't have to say it out loud, but whatever it is, Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for your donation from Derek, also known as the Nine Fox in the chat room. That was towards our Extra Life, which is a charity for Children's Miracle Network hospitals all around the United States. It's for a really great cause. So please, like Derek, be a good person. Go on our Extra Life a link that is posted in the chat room multiple times and donate if you can. We would really appreciate it. Let's see. Any more Twitch hearts? Last one was Onyx. Yeah, Derek, I didn't want to say just in case you didn't want me to, but it was $15, which is very generous. Thank you so much. M. Gomez, not Greg Miller. No, I wish. Although I shouldn't say that. Greg Verga, one of the biggest fans of the Level Up Show, now really a member of the Level Up Show. He's going to be coming from New York down to our house over the weekend to join us. So, all right, where's the cute girl? Kristen, my wife, is not here. She will be here on Sunday's show, though. I got to wrap up, guys. Thank you for the Twitch heart from X-Point Data. I think that's 16 Twitch hearts tonight. Can we get another 4? Bring us to 20, guys. It's twitch.tv/The Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. If you heart us, you'll get email notifications whenever the show goes live. So it's in your best interest to follow us. Yeah, so we've gotten follows tonight from X-Point Data, Onyx, Killer 65 Malibu, Chalk Car, Sergi Baca, After Gods, Knots Forever, Decent 954, Toxic Fresh, Lonely Asian, Umatar, Pills for Thrills, Level 6 Pikachu, Demented Squirrel, X Reaper X, and Chocolate OG Chocolate. Thank you so much, guys, for all the Twitch hearts. We've also gotten a few Twitter ads tonight. Let's check those out. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, not Twitter. No Twitter ads. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, we got 2 Twitter ads from Bill and from Holden. Thank you guys for the Twitter ads. Really appreciate those. And as I said, we got a few YouTube subscriptions as well. Mikhail, I love you too, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. Evar Johns, you're awesome as well. Really appreciate you being in here all the time. Tempest, thank you so much for stopping in tonight, man. Everybody, thank Mike in the chat room. He is my co-host, Classy Douchebag. Thank him for coming in tonight to moderate the chat room. Howne Boo, I don't know if I said that right, but I'm more of a PlayStation guy. I've always been a PlayStation guy. Really am a big fan of their catalog and their exclusive games. So that's why I've been sticking with PlayStation for the last probably decade or so. All right, guys, I think that's it for me. I've got to call Kristen. I'll do one final wrap-up of all the different channels. So, this is the Level Up Show, a gaming dedicated talk show on every Thursday and Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday nights like this one are called Level Up Direct because it's all about speaking directly with you guys the entire night. But Sunday's episodes are our main episodes with the full cast of 4 people where we talk about all the biggest gaming industry news and we take calls, of course, but we have a topic of the week. We have special guests up here on the show. We have other segments that are cool and funny for you guys to check out. So please go on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show and heart us. That way you get notifications whenever our shows go live. Go on Twitter at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and follow us because we're very active on Twitter and Facebook. Like us on Facebook, of course. On youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. We archive everything we do. Tonight's episode will go up on there probably tomorrow for you to watch. If you missed anything, it'll go up in full, just like all of our Sunday episodes, just like our game streams. It all goes up on YouTube. So go to that website and please subscribe. Really would appreciate that. Finally, we've gotten a few Extra Life donations tonight. If you want to donate towards the show, towards us, to help it improve, you can go on streamtip.com/T/The Level Up Show. Donate whatever you see fitting. We would appreciate anything, whether it be 50 cents or $10. Doesn't matter. Every cent of it will go towards improving the show. We really would appreciate it. And then finally, we've gotten multiple PSN friend requests tonight. I will acknowledge those right now. I am Drew M1788 on PSN, and Mike is Noob Guru. So tonight we've gotten 8 PSN friend requests from Hanebu237, J Rupee, OG Chocolate, Praha83, Purple Haze, Poonhub, Octavarian, and Abby XX. Thank you guys for the PSN friend requests. That is it for me tonight. I am Andrew. We got Mike, my co-host in the chat room, as Classy Douchebag. Thank you so much for watching Level Up Direct. We will be back on Sunday with episode 44 of the Level Up Show. be sure to watch in. And, of course, mark your calendars for October 25th because we are doing a 24-hour marathon of the Level Up Show of talk shows and special guests and game streams and anything else you can think of, all for 24 hours straight to raise as much money as possible for Extra Life, a charity to raise money for Children's Hospital of Philadelphia and all other Children's Miracle Network hospitals around the United States. It's a great cause, and we need your help to raise as much money as possible. So as I said, mark your calendars. October 25th starts at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and goes all the way through to Sunday. So thank you so much, guys, for watching tonight. I'll see you hopefully on Sunday. Take care. Level up. See you, Honey Boo. See you, Digon. See you, Harry Bud. Level up, Harry. Level up, guys. See you on Sunday.